Can you please be consistent? Internet, be consistent. We're at the last boss. Everyone, my name is Wtphu, and welcome back to the final episode of of Resident Evil Village. Not my channel. This is not the final episode of my channel, but the internet just died, so we're back live, and we're about to face the final boss. So for those of you who are joining us again for the first time in a long time, where we last left off, for some dumb reason, everything made sense. That everything ultimately made sense for some TLDR reason. Quick history cap. Quick cap. So Miranda accidentally ran into the Megamycete, which is the mold that's happening right now. The Megamycete was discovered like 100 years ago, and then Oswald Spencer met her by chance. From her studies, he created and discovered the progenitor virus. That happened into 6 games, and that's why Chris Redfield became like the bad boss of the year. And so Miranda, for some reason, had a daughter. She researched the Megamycete to revive her daughter Ava. But then, 15 years ago, she gave samples to the collection. The collection tried to experiment on it. That's how they got Project E001, or Evelyn. Evelyn crashed the SS Annabelle, and that's where Resident Evil 7's story took place. And apparently the climax and the revelation is that Ethan is really special because for some reason, so the story goes is that when Ethan arrived at the Baker Institute, he ended up he was killed by Jack Baker in the first interaction, and then when he was dragged into the house, he revived him the same way that the Bakers had been made into mold people, just like Margaret, just like Lucas, just like Jack. But for some reason, he had a really good affinity with the mold that the collection was working on, and so now he's a walking corpse. But it looks like his time is about to run out. But before he dies, he will be the father of the year, doing Rose, who apparently inherited everything from from Evelyn, to become the ultimate vessel for Ava when she is being revived by this lady. So, I don't need the knife as a shortcut anymore. Let's have him shortcut here. Mother Miranda, you will give back my daughter, and we're gonna end this nightmare. I don't know how much progress we'll get, but this should be the last episode, and then we're gonna cut into just chatting and create. I can't run. I'm probably tired, that's why.
Out of my way.
Okay, you're not gonna be dropping any more supplies, I see. I'll just try to rush through them as quickly as I can and shoot them along the way.
I gotta keep going.
Little Ava, my beautiful daughter, come to me. Ava, is that you? Oh, how I
Rose is still Rose, apparently.
My power is leaving me.
Rose!
Rose is still Rose.
Miranda!
I don't have that gun.
Interesting. Your body certainly isn't normal.
Give Rose to me. Now!
You will see. Once I kill you properly, every...
Get her now!
Nice. Chris. Thank you, Chris.
Let go!
I've spent a lifetime creating this moment. And you try to take it away from me. I will take what is due.
That's a problem.
My desires will be fulfilled! Rose is mine!
Okay, big problem here. Alright. Okay, so we gotta fight that monster. Cool.
You fulfilled your purpose, Mr. Winters. You disposed of my false children and awakened the glorious Megamycete. Now, please do not worry for little Rose. I assure you I'll provide her with true happiness. So now you can die peacefully and permanently.
I'm not letting you get away.
Please, Mr. Winters, stop struggling.
Okay, let's see if this... So let's... When she goes back down, I'll be able to try again. Okay, let's try this.
You understand the level of parenting, child. How can you deny me?
Why the hell can't you realize Rose is my goddamn kid, not yours?
Your time
Okay.
is up. Now die.
Okay.
Cease this foolishness.
Okay. She is hurting me really badly.
This is
Oh god.
the Megamycete saved me from the pits of despair. It granted me this splendid power.
Yeah, right.
let's
All it's
try
done
that
is
again.
drive you nuts.
Why do I get only sniper ammo? I don't need sniper ammo. Oh god.
After all, everyone dies eventually. Oh, great Megamycete, hear my prayer!
No more prayers. Okay, did the Magnum help? It's dark now, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Now, Mr. Winters, I think it's time you left things in my hands. Oh, rest now.
The hell I will.
Die, 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 die! I will take back my daughter!
No, but she's my daughter. She's
I
mine.
understand your feelings, Mr. Winters. True. But this is... If I combine Rose with a Megamycete, my daughter will be made manifest at last! I've waited a century.
Okay, let's see here.
Century!
Hopefully this... I have 4 more
This day.
bullets left.
You won't intervene.
Oh my god. Okay.
I've never seen a human live without his heart. Are you sure you're not right? Why do you interfere? Surely you have no need of Rose now, so close to death.
She's my goddamn daughter, you psycho!
Oh my god. Okay, that was a
I will
problem.
not let him or anyone else take Rose or my daughter from me.
Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Okay, hello. Okay, that's a problem. I used all my magnum. That's the issue.
I shall put you to rest.
Okay, let's maybe get some dynamite in here. Oh, let's get a rocket launcher for this. Okay, cool.
The villagers, those foreigners, they could do nothing
Oh
to
my god.
assuage
Ah,
my years
that
of
hurts.
loneliness.
Ever think the problem might be you, Miranda? You're not capable of real love.
Your life is over, Mr. Rose. Why do you still fight?
Because my daughter is here. No? Gotta show her that the man can take care of himself.
Such vitality. How disgusting. You still step.
Oh my god. Nope, I keep missing. Okay, cool. Can I not miss this next one?
Cease this foolishness.
Oh my god. No more HP left? Okay, cool. Okay. First true death in combat. Okay. Just keep running around in circles.
Those foreigners, they could do nothing to assuage my years of loneliness.
Ever think the problem might be you, Miranda? You're not capable of real love.
Okay.
You walking corpse.
Okay. Oh no.
This
Okay.
is
Oh no. Is that it?
matters.
Where's that crazy dagger
I'm
from
sure I
earlier?
never see you again. I will.
Where's that crazy dagger that I had earlier? Oh god. Okay, come on. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
My daughter! My Eva!
Can I sell your crystal now? Is that it? Where's... Ah, there's baby Rose.
Rose! It's all right, Rose. It's all
It's alright, baby. No, Ethan. Baby Rose, I'm sorry. I don't have much time.
Ethan! Come on, Ethan. Come on, Ethan, wake up. Oh no.
Chris,
Ethan. You did it. It's finished.
I think we've finished each other.
Ethan. We gotta move.
That's a big problem right there. That's a big growing problem back there. the problem. That's a huge problem. What is that? Is that the Megamycete? How does my hand get cut just to reattach?
There's a bomb in that thing that'll blow this whole village sky high.
It makes kind of sense that like all those goop juice can
When I
help
hit this
out.
trigger, we can't be anywhere near it. Ah, damn it. Mia's waiting for you. She's alive, you hear me? Alive.
Mia. I'm so sorry. I love you. Keep Rose safe.
Hey, hey. Hey. And you tell yourself. Now come on, it's not that much further.
Watch over her. Teach her to be strong.
Oh, you making her like a stepfather now?
God damn.
You took the switch.
Goodbye, Rosemary.
Oh,
Ethan.
God damn it. The hero's journey, my guy. I feel so bad for Ethan. He suffered so much. He worked so hard just to get here. He has enough fingers to at least do this. Oh my god, that's how the game ends?
Rose?
Go. Go, take us up now.
Wait! Where's Ethan?
Get moving. We have to get clear.
No! We can't go, not without my husband!
Mia, sit down and strap in.
Not before you tell me where Ethan is. I know he wouldn't abandon us. Tell me what's going on. Where?
There he is. He's right in that explosion. My god. I feel really bad. Ethan's journey?
What was that?
I told you to sit down.
Where is he? Chris? What have you done?
He's gone. That's right. He stayed so we could all escape. I'm sorry.
Captain, you need to see this. BSAA didn't send soldiers. This is a bioweapon.
The hell were they thinking?
They sent bioweapons to...
Orders, Captain.
Pick up the rest of the squad. Plot a course for BSAA Europe HQ.
So you're telling me that they try to send a bioweapon to deal with the Megamycete? Is that what they try to do? They try to cover up their connections with Miranda by sending bioweapons against it? That is the game. All these like bioweapons, weapons mimic the story that she taught her child when she was a kid. So it's really curious to reach how they made that into a thing, and to connect Spencer to the franchise, connect Spencer to Miranda. It's really interesting to where and how they took this situation, because technically, like, I like this game in the end. There were a lot of scary parts, but it was really heavy on the feelings of an action adventure the same way Resident Evil 4 is, and the way they ended it. I'm actually in the middle of like producing, publishing it now. So is this what happened? Trapped inside of a mirror, and then along came a couple fight off against the witch.
With rampant rage, Father fought the witch, while Mother's loving touch shattered the dark enchantment. But the witch was strong, and Father yelled, "Save our daughter!" So Mother bore their child to safety as the forest was consumed. Even now, the burnt forest is a grim reminder of Father's sacrifice. To this day, any child who stares too long into the charred wasteland will be haunted by nightmares of getting lost while picking berries. Hello, my tears,
So that's how it ends? Okay, so there was actually more to the story. Okay, that's actually really cool. Just the whole idea that it finishes with Ethan's story, and it makes it a story about how Ethan went and sacrificed himself to burn the village, to burn the forest, to save their daughter. And for them to do that in that fashion, okay, so it comes full circle to where the story is like that. Okay, so, but there was a whole lot of Resident Evil 8, 4 vibes in 8, and so they did a really good job in the action. I like the action, I like the adventure. The segment where we played Chris for a little bit was really fun, and there might be a chance we can do more of that in the extra modes, but the story left you as in the beginning. So the way you would make your understanding of the game makes a whole lot of sense in correlations to the last game. The last game, you only had snippets of the game. You only had snippets of the lore, and you had to forcibly make a narrative of your own. And this game makes the same kind of case, to where the story is about Miranda and trying to revive her daughter. But then, along came this witch, which was Mother Miranda, who trapped her inside of a mirror, which I guess is the mirror is the reflection of the Megamycete. And so Ethan is the father that went out of his way to go save his daughter and told the wife to take their daughter and save her now. So I like it. I like how they try to make the fairy tale very similar to what Ethan went through. And so the charred village is a reminder of his journey. His hero's journey has finally ended. And I don't know, well, we'll see whether or not there's a remnant of the Megamycete still, to where he can technically be alive. Right now, it looks like the game is moving forward to Europe, to BSAA Europe, to for the next installment of Resident Evil 9. What I want to ask is, so they're trying to bring up a narrative that at the end of the situation, while Chris was trying to finish his mission, the BSAA, apparently with a different branch, went in to deploy soldiers into the carnage, but apparently they sent bioweapons to deal with Miranda's bioweapons. So the question is, was Umbrella trying to hide their connections with Miranda? Or what's exactly going on? Because making bioweapons and using them is apparently against the law, and it's a terrorist attack. It's a terrorist act. So I think the next game, this will probably introduce more of what's going on. Wait, what's that? So that vial must be the mold infection that Mother Miranda tried to pass around. Okay, so I do really like how these pictures on the right, I'm sorry, are actually telling a story about how everything went. And it looks like for some reason the mold cured this daughter as like a miracle cure. But the reality is these molds was an experiment for Mother Miranda to get things under her wing. So she infected the entire village with this mold, with this serum, and hopes to experiment and see how she can use this to revive her daughter, Ava. It's really interesting. There's a lot of interpretations, and she infected everyone with a cadeau, which is another way, which is like her version of the progenitor virus. Really interesting. And the Megamycete became as big as it was. Well, looks like the father got sick because of the infection or something like that. I wonder how I want to know the hiring process of how she recruited Donna, Demetrius, Moro, and Heisenberg. And then the idea that everyone turning into lichens are people of a failed project, but to keep it all supernatural, to keep it within like fable, to keep it fable, and to keep her like work hidden, she labeled these wolf-like creatures to be lichens, like this, like man-eating dogs, lichens, like half-breeds. Folklore. It's really funny to where she's been doing it for 100 years, and what her projects ended up being folklore. So that makes so much more sense. How like the winged key was all forms of a megamycete, of a Kato, and how they just progressed and they made the molds. There's looks like to be more information. I don't know. Is that? Oh, that's.
Do you think the little boy
That's
will be able
Rose.
to touch the moon?
Nobody can touch the moon, it's too far away.
Wait,
Is that
what if it has
Rose?
a rocket ship?
Okay, then you can touch it, but it'd be very, very cold.
What's going on here?
You were being silly.
Who's this little girl? Is this girl Ava? Is this girl Rosemary, who's reminding herself of Ethan Winters? Who's she looking at? Oh my god, is this Rose? Oh my god, this is Rose. Like years in the future, this is
Hey, Dad.
Rosemary. Oh my god. Is she gonna be a BSA agent?
Sorry I missed last week. I have a lot of tests coming up. You know how it is.
There's Chris Redfield.
Talk of the goddamn devil. Duty calls. I love you.
So she's an agent now. Okay.
Yeah, I found her. Where else? Today of all days.
Why wouldn't she?
Situation? You're needed, Evelyn.
Don't you ever call me that again.
Whoa, it's just a joke, Rose.
I can show you things even Chris doesn't know I can do.
She became an agent with her powers. Okay.
We have a clear shot. Stand down. I can handle it. She's just a kid.
Way to keep it together, Rose.
You're a lot like him, you know?
I know.
Resilient. Badass. Is this how Ethan's story ends? By passing the torch to Rose? Oh my god. So cool to watch this time skip happen. This is Rose 15 years in the future. Like, she's probably like 18 or 15 right now. Probably 18. This is so cool. The fact that Rose is treated this way. Who's that person on the road? This is really cool. The father's story is now done. Does that mean we're gonna play more as the daughter, Rosemary? She can have powers? 12 hours to complete. So I could have done 24-hour stream doing this, but oh my god, so this is really cool to where this is where the game ends up to where this is the story now that the father's story is done. The next game is, if they continue, the next game will be about Evelyn. Well, no, sorry. Will be about Rose and her experience in using her abilities. She has powers that we don't know about, much like how Sherry is. Is she so excited to see what they have next going on? Okay, so honestly, well, this is a really fun game. There are a lot of scares, but then as you keep continuing and becoming more badass, the more this game becomes action-packed, the less scary it does get. I will have to say that, like, but the people did say that the game became less scarier because 7 was too scary for people. I'm so excited to see what else we can do because Rosemary sounds really cool. Her, like, the love of her dad is so good. And then to top it off with the idea that, like, the next game could... So the father's story is now done. And so, are we just moving on? Are we moving... So that means... So I believe what that means is that we're moving on from... We move on, and we don't see any story development regarding Ethan Winters, because he's effectively dead. Mia is definitely out of the picture, I think, so it's focusing on Rosemary Winters and just people with the people and their what they're going to end up doing is probably just like a lot of, she'll probably get a lot of ridicule, she'll get a lot of judgments. I believe what's going to happen with Rosemary with Rose is that she's going to be discriminated because she is also the final evolution of Evelyn, the true Project Evelyn the true Project Evelyn realized. A lot to consider. Winter is a baby, and then she's really cool.
Long ago, her home, but hunger's grip tightened and her heart grew heavy. Then rose about the beasts. Suddenly, a witch appeared.
Mother Miranda is the witch.
Gifts we gave, but more you took, she snarled. So more in turn is due. In a blink, the girl was trapped inside a mirror.
That's where she dies and then gets trapped in the Megamycete.
All day and at last arrived. With rampant rage, father fought the witch, while mother's loving touch shattered the dark enchantment. But the witch was strong, and father yelled, "Save our daughter!" So mother bore their child to safety as the forest was consumed. Even now, the burnt forest is a grim reminder of father's sacrifice. To this day, any child who stares too long into the charred wasteland will be haunted by nightmares of getting lost while picking berries.
That's actually super cool. And I didn't get just to see the Remembering Resident Evil 7. That's actually really cool that they made a recap for people who haven't played it in a couple of years. Or if you didn't play it, if we don't choose to play it, this is a recap for you too.
My name? It's Ethan. Ethan Winters. It's been 3 years since everything happened at the Baker house.
And it's so crazy to watch that he died in his attempt to see Mia.
She told me to come get her. And of course, that's how I ended up in the middle of nowhere, Louisiana. I found Mia being held captive in a dark basement. She wasn't thinking right. She attacked me like some kind of wild animal.
Is this how he died?
Infected by a special kind of mold. I looked all over the house trying to find an antidote, a vaccine, anything. The people who lived there were already infected. What was left of them?
So he was infected like they were, but he kept his
the source of the
consciousness.
infection was a bioweapon that looked like a little girl. Her name was Evelyn. I fought the fucked up family and was able to treat Mia's symptoms with a serum.
So the serum actually kept him alive for 3 years, despite him being a walking corpse.
Then
Okay.
Chris Redfield and his soldier buddies showed up and saved the both of us. Is that enough? I really don't want to talk about what happened anymore. It's all over now.
Okay, so and then cut 3 years. They started a family. They were relocated, and Chris was responsible for taking care of them. But all this happened. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hope you really enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed the way the game ended. I like how it was self-contained, and now we may have a chance for Resident Evil 9 with Rosemary Winters as the next protagonist. So a few more protagonists might be a really cool thing. Maybe we'll see Ada in the future. Maybe we'll see Claire in the future, because those are other female leads. Maybe Sherry as well. Sherry is also technically a bioweapon that it works with the BSAA. And to my knowledge, she is... That's the most we are aware of. She works with the BSAA. She has abilities from the events of Resident Evil 2. So I want to see an interaction between Rosemary and Sherry, because they're the same kind of people. They're the same people who got powers through bioweapon means, because the interaction between Miranda and Spencer and how that kind of shit expired. So yeah, I'm really excited for a Resident Evil 9 title if they try to do it. Maybe they'll make Resident Evil 9 an action-packed game similar to 5 or similar to 6, because the concept was, what I want to know is what happened between the village incidents and now, when Rosemary grew up. I want to know why. I want to know what happened when they went straight to the Europe BSAA camp, because they just discovered that there was that bioweapons were sent to deal with Miranda and her creations. I want to know answers for that. I want to know what they did. But Capcom, let us know. Let us know what happened during that altercation, and we will be there the next time. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, my name's Tyler. I'm your friend, and I'll see you next time.